Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you the procedural shader node that I did, or shader group node that I made to create metallic shaded plate detail or texture. So you can see here, and you can choose between different patterns using the pattern parameter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the mapping is one is UV and number 2 is object. So number 4, okay, let me just go through the different parameters or settings. So pattern, as you can see, the pattern is using Voronoi texture, and that is the distance metric. So number 1 is Euclidean, number 2 is Manhattan, and number 3 is Chef. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Number 4 is Minkowski. Okay, 1 is, like I said, UV mapping. The mapping is going to be UV, and number 2 is going to be object. And scale, the scale of the texture. So scale, detail, roughness, linearity, random, to exponent. These are the inherent or the built-in parameters of the Voronoi texture, which the shader group node is using. And as you can see here, so all of the patterns share the same parameter. Okay, and we have the min-max. This is kind of like the color ramp with two stops. The other one is white, the other one is black, and that kind of produces the min-max effect. And affects the shape of the intensity of the colors, and therefore affects the shape of the displacement or the bump detail. And we have the invert to invert the color, or the effect of the displaced geometry. We have the displacement mid-level here and displacement scale, and then the normal socket of the displacement vector. So this kind of works like if you want to add another displacement effect on top of this, you just plug it to this normal input. And then we have the output color. You can plug it to the base color of your BSDF. And then we have the displacement output node, which of course attaches to the displacement input node of the material output to produce the displacement effect. So we have this, and we can invert the effect. And in the material settings, in the material section of the properties panel, you can go to settings, and this only appears, by the way, if you have a material, active material. So you add the material, and then you add the shader group node using the group, and then add thread plates, and then connect the displacement to the displacement output of the shader group node, and then connect it to the displacement input of the material output. Okay, in the settings, you can choose what to use for the detail. You can use bump only, or displacement only, or displacement and bump. Okay, so with bump, this is kind of like a normal map kind-ish. So you don't have to use extra geometry for this to actually work. But with displacement only and displacement and bump, you need resolution in order for the geometry to be displaced. So you can use the subdivision modifier to increase the topology or the resolution of the base mesh. As you can see here, if I lower down the resolution, you can see that it also lowers the fidelity of the detail being projected or displaced. Okay, so you can render this when the camera is close to the object, and when the object is farther from the camera, the same way that I've been talking about the other videos, you can just forego the displacement and use bump. There we go. Okay, so let's just use displacement. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4. So the shader nodes doesn't have a switch node like geometry node, so I have to invent some way of doing the switch up, but it actually worked. Okay, so min-maxing, we're gonna pick the shape, and then we can use the color. I we can affect its color using the color output of the grid plates shader group node and control with this, for example, with the color M, like that. We can have other effects like, let's see, mix shader, plug it here, and then add another one, shader, transparency, transparent shader. There we go. And for the mix factor, we can use this one. Didn't work. Mix shader, transparent. Okay, let's switch it up. There we go. And the edges are kind of soft, so you can switch from linear to constant, and then just adjust the. There you go. And this is your transparent area and the black area, and this you can control the color, the base color part in the other side or the other color style. So let's just use other patterns or create margin between the. Okay, there you go. So you can have multiple effects using just this two color output nodes. Not color output. Let's just delete that and use this. So I created this because instead of just using Google to download a bunch of uh, metallic images that has this pattern, you can just use this thread plates node. And if you have something like random flow, you can add up in materials. You can use its shader group node to create to add a layer of grunginess to this using like something like quick dirt. And let's just increase the offset. There we go. And this is color 1. And color 2 will be our dirt. There you go. And you can just you can adjust the other parameters here. Inner scale. Inner what? Inner, what's this? Inner roughness. Okay. And softness, invert. Okay. So kind of like that. And then we have something like array. What is on top of subdivision? Okay. So the textures actually matches up. So if the texture doesn't match up because of the UV, you can just use object mapping and then scale the modify the scale. And for the height of the displacement, you can use the displacement scale or the displacement mid level. But the displacement mid level actually changes the elevation of the geometry. So use that if you only want that effect. Okay, where's the roughness? Metallic. We can add other effects here as well, and color mix color, and the other shader group node from random flow. You can also buy this using the grand shader, and it's kind of the same for that the random flow uses. So scratches, what's the other one? Edge mask. Okay, edge mask. Mix. Let's use add. Let's try and okay, doesn't work. Oh, the min max. Oh, it doesn't work with displacement. I think it only works with real geometry. Okay, so probably cavity mask, and let's set this to multiply. And view the effect using this one. Subtle. There we go. So this is just another way of an easy way of creating this effect. Scale this something like 10, and to increase the to change the shape, you can just affect the min max values of something like this. Okay, and you can use this for your uh, actually let's remove this. You can use this for your scenes and or objects. So for example, just a part of the model needs to have this detail. You can select those faces, then assign a specific material to it, and then use this effect. So yeah, you can find this in my Patreon. You can just download this, become a free member, and just download it. So I am requiring everyone to become a free member. So I know that I have like, you know, if you have a member like 1,000 members there, you have, even if they're free, you have an idea that 1,000 people, you're doing this for like that many people. Instead of there's no follower, you have no idea. What if there's no one actually going to your Patreon or listening to your stuff? Okay, so yeah, I'm requiring to you to become a free member because of that, so I can see that. Oh, I get like 1,000 people in there. That's actually when I post, they know that I'm posting, following my post, instead of me not knowing if anybody actually cares. So yeah, just become a free member. Even if you don't have to become a Patreon, you can just uh, like my stuff that I post there, or comment or share. And yeah, okay. So thread plates, very easy to use. I will just add more stuff here and then update the post when for example, rotation and something like that, and other special effects. Okay, yeah, so that's it. You can get this in my Patreon. I will put the link in the description, and you can just go there, become a free member, and then download this free shader. Okay, so that is it for this video, and subscribe and hit notify. If you have any questions, use the comment section or the links in the description. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.